been driven by women. You'll hear more detail about this if you come and join us later on this morning in the Peter Williams Lecture Theatre, and I encourage you to do so. Just by way of background, briefly, it's surprising that on the one hand, that legislation to fundamentally address gender equality was only introduced in the UK in the 1970s. For example, the Equal Pay Act was introduced in 1970. The Sex Discrimination Act was introduced in 1975. And to many, it may seem surprising that the introduction of such legislation happened only a generation or so ago. It's perhaps still more surprising, though, that despite these legal changes that happened 40 years ago, there's still far to go in order to achieve gender equality here in the UK, and indeed around the world. It could be argued that one reason for this, not the only reason of course, but one reason for this is that despite all the hard work, it largely has been left to women to take a lead in advancing gender equality. It cannot be delivered by half of any given population. And that is why I and the university were so struck by the significance of the United Nations decision to launch a worldwide movement that addresses the problem using a fresh and new approach. Of course, the university sees gender equality as a fundamental right and vital to ensuring that our students and staff are able to make choices and experiences free from gender bias. We ask, for instance, why it is that while 40% of government special advisors are women, only 23% of members of parliament are women. Only 17% of FTSE 100 companies are led by women. Only 8% of surgical consultants in the National Health Service are women. And in our patch, in higher education, less than 20% of professors are women, and only 14% of vice-chancellors are women. These figures do not reflect the relative talent of men and women. It's clear that gendered decisions are restricting the opportunities of some and denying society the benefit of talented people in vital roles. As one of only 10 partner universities worldwide who are taking a lead in the United Nations movement, we've set out a challenging commitment, or a challenging set of commitments, designed to advance gender equality in our institution. We see this as a symbolic movement, and we look forward to making significant progress. You, all of you here, can also get involved, and together we should aim to deliver fundamental change within a generation. I'm simply going to hand over to Elizabeth now, the Senior Advisor to the Executive Director of the United Nations Women and Head of HeforShe, just to say a few words to us. But as I said earlier, please do join us in the Peter Williams Lecture, which will start at 1 o'clock, and you'll hear in a little bit more detail, not only some issues around gender equality, but a little bit more from the United Nations. So, Elizabeth, welcome to Leicester. Thank you.
So much, everyone. I'm going to keep my remarks quite brief. As Vice Chancellor mentioned to you, we are going to be having a discussion at 1 p.m. this afternoon, and I'm hoping that all of you, or at least most of you, will be able to join. I just want to say that we are truly humbled to be here. The fact that we are starting our tour in University of Leicester is quite significant, and it's not random. You are an impact university of ours. We believe that the commitments that you've set forward will create the systematic change that we want to see in the world. And so I want to thank you in advance for creating a gender equal world in this 21st century, and I look forward to meeting you at 1 p.m. this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Okay. For anybody who hasn't yet signed up to the HeforShe campaign, the UN are here all day, and they will be providing opportunities for you to sign up to the campaign, and there will be goodie bags with other freebies that you can take home and show that your support for the HeforShe campaign. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Please sign up and